if you can tell us more about the software.
Even though SoftServe exists almost for 32 years, there was something new for us 4 years ago at Web Summit to introduce so-called immersive experience. So that's when the people not just come to the company booth and interact with the slides or, watch some videos. That's when they really experience the technological effect. And that was all about the very first demo that you witnessed today at Romania Software Company Day. It was named Fortune Teller. It was not without the reason. The Fortune Teller with the name Alnair. And the goal of that demo was to show the different technologies that SoftServe implements to their customers, as well as give the possibility for the people to, experience what their future might be. Not in the sense of, maybe even in the sense of Oracle, right? So what will be a future job? How would you look like, etc. And at that time, when there was no boom in Gen AI, because, it's only started, the changing the face or even kind of generating some type of predictions was quite a heavy task from technological perspective, and it was very impressive. So we combine a number of technologies there. So the first one, as I already mentioned, that is the artificial intelligence, both to generate the avatar of the person you would look like alongside to the future profession, right? To kind of come up with the closest up to yourself. But that's not only. Furthermore, there is the unique haptic technology. So when you touch the avatar, kind of, you can feel interactions on the palm of your hand. And that was created as as a result, let's say, of the challenges of that time. There was the post-COVID period, and there was not allowed really to touch some demos, and it was not considered as a good manner, right? So we've been thinking how we can solve the problem, and we introduced this technology called Ultra Haptic that we developed together our partners throughout the European kind of grant application that SoftServe was accepted to. It's called Touchless. And within that program, we kind of developed software and hardware for this device, and we make it as a part of this demo experience. So, and two last things within this demo experience, that's the actual fortune teller that you interact with. So it's built with Unreal Engine technology that generate really, realistic movements of that human. And on the other side, when you pass the demo experience and receive this card, maybe you have seen you have the small QR code, right? So at that time, it also was very progressive and until very promising technology that help you to not only have your prediction in physical world, but also tokenized in the digital world in the form of NFT. So that forms the capability of blockchain technology. So altogether, that was the bundle of technological, let's say, soup that at the same time entertain the people and bring a lot of joy for those past 3-4 years for many, many, many participants worldwide. I think it was more than 25 or even 30, conference where it has been present, and there was even a worldwide um, kind of award that demo achieved.
I was just wondering, what will be the benefits for developers in the sense of game developers, of other apps, or other general app developers.
So I would say in general, how SoftServe approaches the demos right now, we try not only to show the experience, but also kind of show the technologies that is built based on our internal accelerators or sandboxes. So those, let's call them accelerators, that's the part of the reusable codes or codes archetype that help to make implementation for every next customer faster than for the previous one. That's the overall idea. You spend less time for the development, but you already know how to do it. And when you know how to do something, you're definitely more efficient with it. So we just formalize that in such form. So that's definitely the benefits that it brings to our SoftServe developers. When we develop such a demo, we reuse those components and show capability of those components in practice, right? At the same time, let's say for our customer standpoint, not every enterprise customer has, tested latest version of digital humans on Unreal or experienced novel AI technology. So it really helps them to understand what are the current capabilities and what experience they can create for their customers. So just imagine, for example, some luxury brands, or as we have been working with the entertainment domain, they always seeking for new experiences. And with such kind of approach, we not only give them, let's say, direction of where they can go in the future, but also show that on the practical example.
Okay, so as much as I understand, this is more directed towards the entrepreneur, the like a company, not really for a direct client, like let's say me.
Yes, exactly. So SoftServe is fully B2B company. So even when we produce this experience, we have in mind you as a human to experience that demo, but you've been as the part of the company when you can bring that to the scale of your customers.
Can you tell us how much it was the cost? How much did it cost to develop this array of software?
You know, it's hard a little bit to calculate the number because it was continuously developed throughout the years, right? So first it was developed in for the Web Summit, that was the one cost, and then we introduced the second version of Alnair, the third, and right now we've been working on the fourth version. So to keep up with the technological development. But I would say the typical cost on the market for such a kind of demo development that you can take probably will start with somehow of $30,000-$40,000 and up to, you know, I think $100,000. So that's the range it may take, but it really depends, and you may take into the account also hardware and infrastructure, etc. If you will take those components into the account, definitely that you will be able to calculate the final cost of the demo, I would say, even for the specific event, right? Because you still need not only to have the demo developed, but you need to bring SME who can show those demos. You need to set up the installation, bring the screen, and it also create additional costs. But we try always to keep it, you know, reasonable and kind of make the right combination of what can be achieved with the technology and with the amount of money we invest in such experiences.
Can you tell us more about the team that took part in developing of this software?
So in this software and any other immersive demos that we produced, there is a similar team that is used into the typical product development lifecycle. So we have the product manager and experience designer who formulate the user flow for and try to map the specific technological problem or business problem or even the service that we have at the company along with to those, let's say, booth and demo experience. So that is very important, right? So then we not just show, let's say, the technology in a nutshell, but it's connected to unique value proposition that SoftServe proposed to the market. Then for this specific demo, we had Unreal Engine engineers. So it's kind of let's call them 3D engineers alongside to the 3D designers who generated the digital human and the 3D visualization itself. At the same time, there were computer vision and AI experts who help to capture the face of the human as well as process that and generate the realistic humans and predictions. So this role is very important, and you know, in most of the immersive demos, especially right now, we almost always include AI component. And then I would say that there is the bigger team who work not only at the let's say those experience components, but just typical front-end back-end engineers. So in that case, it was covered by by the full stack engineer who have been doing both of those and has experience in such applications development. And then there is, as I mentioned, bigger team who are the typically content writers who creates the demo and all the voiceover text. The graphic designers who help to just create a landing page, etc. That is also inevitable part of this experience because we not only want human to experience it in person, you would like them to continue that experience when they go home and would like to read more and explore more. So the marketing squad is typically heavily involved both into the demos development and future digital, let's say, footprint of the demo.
Okay, if I understood right, you said that this technology is continuously developing.
Yes.
Can you give us a time estimate when it will be finished? I mean, when a finite version will be able to be given out to companies?
So I would highlight there that this specific demo is not like a commercial product into the direct sense. It's still like the, um, let's say, experience that present what the technology is capable of, as well as alongside to that, we share the accelerators we've been using for that may bring us to the actual solutions for the customers. So as for the demo itself, it was already developed and finalized for the first version as of the November of 2022. And after that, there were only new versions of that. So it's very simple. Every year on November, we have the new version of the demo as for now. So I would say you can expect the first version of Alnair 4 years past, or let's say would be finalized as of November this year, and maybe presented at some of other big conference where SoftServe take place or participate.
Okay, thank you very much.